Hello guys, and welcome to another exciting video on this channel. In this video I'm going to show you how you can create hexagonal interiors for KDPs, especially for chemistry notebooks. Now these type of hexagonal shapes, hexagonal patterns notebooks are used mainly for organic chemistry formulas, molecular formulas and all that. So mostly for teachers and for students. So they are very helpful in designing the organic chemistry formulas because the six side is the benzene rings and compounds shapes are used, and they are easily can be drawn using these kind of graphs. And if you want to go into detail, you can search if for organic chemistry and all that, but let's not focus on that, and let's just try to focus on the design. So I'm going to use Affinity Publisher for this purpose, and I'm going to draw these kind of patterns, and I'll be also not I'll not just leave any kind of blank space around the edges. It will be total you can say that full bleed notebook, and like these. So so let's start creating those. Actually, before I go into creating the interior inside Affinity Publisher, I need to show you the print options that we require for making this kind of interior. So for that purpose, I am here at Kindle Direct Publishing and these help site, and under these different topics, I am at the print options. So if you want to go into detailed reading in these topics, you can go, and if you choose these print options, in this option under this whole thing, the page size and other different areas, there is an option when you want to use the bleed. And I have explained previously in my videos what does bleed and non-bleed means. So simply bleed means that if you have you can say that any kind of design elements that are going beyond the pages, totally towards the edge of the page, and then you have to use the bleed. And for that purpose, they have provided this formula that for if you want to use the bleed, then you have to add 0.125 multiplied by 2 inches to the bleed height, to the page height, and to 0.125 inches to the page width. For example, for 6 by 9 inches, you have to make the page size to be 6.125 inches and 9.25 inches. So this is the size that is required if you want going to use 6 by 9 inches, and that's what we are going to use for our this interior design. 6 by 9 inches is pretty decent size. It's neither too small, neither too large. So let's start creating the notebook interior. So I have this Affinity Publisher open, and let's start by file, new, and let's choose the inches as the units. So let's choose 6 by 9. Now, as I already said, I'm going to use the bleed, so I can add those bleed options here in this bleed section, dividing 0.125 divided by 2 and all that, but that gets a little bit complicated and a little bit mathematical. So let's just leave it, and instead let's just make it 6.125 and 9.25. So that's pretty easy. We do not need any margins because we are going to extend our design towards the edges. So and also default, we do not want any kind of facing pages because this is to be single page, so we do not want any kind of facing pages. And master page we can create later on, and also transparent background, that's really not necessary. So let's just create our first page, and in the master page let's create a new master, and the dimensions are the same, 6.125 and 9.25, and let's just make a new master. Now in this new master, if I double click in the master, that page will open on in this window, and now we need to create those hexagonal shapes. So for that purpose, I'm going to go to the polygon tool, and I'm going to choose this polygon option if it is already not there. So in this polygon option, the first thing, actually let's just first select the sides. So we need 6 sides instead of 5, so it's a hexagon shape now. So 6 sides, that's fine. And also before I start creating those shapes, you need to have these snapping options, this magnet clicked. And also if you want, you can see these options, which option I have selected and which options I don't have selected. So you can take a screenshot of the video at this point. so that you can easily follow along these these different options that I have selected. So now let's start creating the hexagon shape. So I'll just start creating this hexagon shape, and as you can see that it's just not a regular shape, and in order to make it perfect hexagon we need to press shift, and if I press shift it becomes a perfect hexagon shape. Now we do not need to worry about the size of the shape at this moment because we can edit it, and I'm going to edit it just in a few moments. So let's just zoom in, and as I have selected this shape, I'm going to select this arrow tool, and in this transform options I want to make it 0.5 inches. I think that's a pretty decent size. 0.5 inches. I can make it even smaller if I require, but I think that's pretty decent. Now the reason I can do it easily in this Affinity Publisher and not in any other software is because this hexagon shape 0.5 by 0.5 inch is the size of the bounding box. If I zoom in close, you will be able to see that the outer edges, upper and the lower edges, are touching this bounding box, while the sides are not touching the bounding box. While if you want to create these kind of shapes on another other software, I haven't tried that, but they mention the size to be the sides of this hexagonal shape, so changing it to be perfect hexagon can be a bit problematic, and that is why I'm using this Affinity Publisher. You can also use Affinity Designer as well. So let's just zoom out a bit. Now we need to remove this fill color, so I'm going to remove it by simply clicking the fill and then choosing the none option. And in the stroke color I've already selected this black, and I'm going to use, I think one would be fine. Yeah, that's one would be fine. And instead of this pure black color, let's just use a different color. So I'm going to choose the HSL slider options, and I'm make it like, let's say 50%. I think would be good. 50% gray would be good. So that's pretty fine. Let's just zoom out, and if I want to make it even lighter, I can do it too. Let's just make it a little bit lighter so that it's not much visible. So let's make it maybe 65%. I think that's fine. So now that we have one of the shapes ready, I can select it, just place it anywhere. I can press Ctrl C and then Ctrl V. It copies it and paste it above it. I can move it horizontally and it snaps to this side. Now why it is snapping is because I have already told you to have this option checked, snapping option. If you do not have this option checked, then you might face any kind of problem after moving these shapes. So let's just copy, now select both of these and then copy it again and paste it, and then try to move it on the other side as well. So in this way you can select, keep on selecting and keep on copying and keep on moving these shapes on sides to side, and we can make a perfect row. And we need to make sure that these shapes are extending beyond the boundaries of this page. So let's just select these and maybe make another copy, so like this, and then at this point. So we can select all of these, bring it here, and I think that's fine. I can remove this last shape, it's no longer required. So I have now all of these options, all of these shapes selected. Now I can move them at the top, and at the top, and go beyond the edges of the page, and also on the right side as well. Let's copy it again, paste it, and let's move it down, and let's try to snap it on this side as well. And that is why I would say it is easy to make it inside Affinity Publisher. Now let's select all of these, copy it again, and then place it down, and they are perfectly snapping. And from here it's all just about copying and placing it, and filling the whole page with the design element. Now once we are done with filling all of the page, or the whole page with this pattern, you can select all of by pressing Ctrl A, then by pressing Ctrl G we can group them together. Now this is the master page. Now let's come towards the actual pages. The first page we need to leave it blank because we are going to put some kind of design element which says this notebook belongs to, and leave a blank space. So let's just leave the first page as blank, and then we can create the more pages by clicking this option, add page. Now depending upon how many pages you want, you can put the number here. I'm just going to put, let's say 5 pages, and after the page 1, and we need to select the option master page, and that is going to be master page A. And if I click OK, it creates additional pages and with the design element that we have just created. Now you don't have to worry about the shapes going beyond the edges. That's totally fine, it will not be printed. And this is how you can easily create you can say that this hexagonal pattern shape, mainly for chemistry, actually organic chemistry notebooks, and for other purposes as well. So hopefully you have found this video to be useful and helpful, and if so, make sure that you like the video. And also, if you want to learn more about design and print on demand and online earning, you can subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to press that bell icon so that you can be notified about my future videos as well. And thank you for watching.